Hello, Resilience family. OMG, it is Palm Sunday, guys. I'm excited because, man, it's a celebration and it's a beautiful, beautiful Sunday today. So I hope you guys' Sunday is going well. And we have an awesome, awesome, awesome guest today lined up with us. Hey, Britt, how you doing, girl?
I am doing well, actually. Thank you so much. I've celebrated my birthday, so I've
Yes,
made it.
that's
Chapter
right.
42. Chapter 42. So
That's right. Hey.
Happy birthday.
thank you.
Indeed. So, guys, we have this awesome, awesome gentleman, this man of God, this husband, this father. He's an author. He is an international motivational speaker. Oh my God, he has many hats, guys. And I am just so honored that he's gracing our platform today to drop these gems for us so we all could be encouraged, so we all could push forward, so we all could be our best. And nor do. Welcome, Cicone. How are you, sir?
I am wonderful. Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be here.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you. And of course, our viewers and our subscribers will be tuning in to ask questions, make comments, whatever, what have you. And we also ask everyone to continuously to like and follow or subscribe. And we appreciate you.
Yes.
Well, Mr. And what do you prefer us to call you, sir?
Call me to dinner. No, you can call me Cicone. That's fine.
Well, if you don't mind, can you just introduce us with your name first and whatnot, and your last name, and then the city and state, and then tell us a little bit about you?
Okay. Well, my name is Cicone Prince of CiconePrince.com, where we make motivation personal by introducing you to yourself. I live in Mobile, Alabama, and I'm a motivational speaker. I've been doing it now for 7 years. I'm an international speaker, published author, conference host. Actually had a television show at one time, a podcast, just a myriad of things. But most of all, I'm someone who loves people. And I want to see people in the best possible state.
Awesome.
Are you still here?
Yes.
We are
Okay,
here,
I'm
sir.
sorry. My browser went away.
Oh,
Anyway, yeah.
it's okay.
So those are the things that are near and dear to my heart, is to help people to understand that they have more in them than they're putting out. Now, the ones that are putting out everything, those are the ones I'm talking to. But the people that have yet to truly realize their full potential, that's my audience. Those are the ones that I have to encourage and motivate. Those are the ones I have to pour into. And that's what I'm looking to do on the show today.
Nice.
Awesome. So when you spoke about motivations, how did you dive into this? Firstly, let's get to that. How did you become the healing expert, the person to be the motivational speaker or motivationalist?
Well, I will actually start with how I started.
Right.
Which is I was at a conference in Dallas, Texas in 2012. And I was asked to be a part of a quick pitch business Olympics. And I'm giving you the short version of this. But I was asked to pitch my business in front of the listening audience and a select panel of judges.
Oh, wow.
And at the time, I had a 3D animation company, and that's what I was pitching. I was pitching my services.
Mm-hmm.
But while I was on stage, I had an epiphany. And that epiphany was that my words could be used for more than selling a product or service. My words could be used to help uplift and change people's lives. And that's when I realized I was climbing the wrong mountain.
Wow.
Which by chance is the name of my first book, Are You Climbing the Wrong Mountain? About discovering your true purpose.
Oh, wow.
And I tell people there are 3 things you can learn by being on the wrong mountain. The first thing is, this is not it. This is not where I'm supposed to be. I can scratch this off my list. The second thing is, even being on the wrong mountain, you can see the right one. And that's what happened to me in Dallas. When I was selling my products or services, I realized this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. My voice should be used to help uplift and change their lives, to help sell people on themselves. And so then the third thing is, once you've identified the right mountain, it's not going to take you that long to get up it, because you have mountain climbing skills. I mean, there's stuff you learn even climbing the wrong mountain that you take with you to the new mountain.
Yeah.
And so that's when I started making the transition from doing 3D animation, which is basically taking words and creating pictures,
Right.
to doing motivational speaking. So I took the pictures in my mind and just turned those into words.
Wow. That's interesting because I think that's kind of why I'm at in life right now. Like this transition and this shift is kind of happening.
You need a copy of my book.
Trust me, I'm going to get that this week. That is a
And
must.
yeah,
And I'm
we're
going
gonna
to
need
know about it.
we need the title of that book. So, all
Are
right.
You Climbing the Wrong Mountain, Finding Your True Purpose. It's available on Amazon. You can just search my name, Cicone Prince, and all of the books that I've written that would be there. But that one is entitled, Are You Climbing the Wrong Mountain?
You say climbing the wrong mountain?
Are you climbing the wrong mountain?
The title, Are You Climbing the Wrong Mountain?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's on Amazon, you say?
It's available on Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I hope you
my
are
collection.
listening about this, because that is something that you can't do any. And I tell people all the time, because I do encouraging words, whether at church or at work, and I let them know that, you know, if you want change, it has to start with you first.
Yes.
So
Definitely.
that I do know that's a number one rule for change.
Totally.
Wow.
I'm just I'm gonna stay right there just for one moment because I don't know. I guess I'm having my own aha epiphany moment too with this little transition. I don't know if I want to share this tidbit yet to the world yet. What's bringing us about, but it's just amazing that this is what you're talking about, like right now at this moment for me, which kind of is bringing me clarification. You know, it's giving me clarity on how I should be directing my life right now. So thank you, sir. I don't know. See what happened when we're talking, guys? Things just flow. Things happen and you get answers. Okay, go ahead, Britt.
So when you begin this, was there, like, if you don't mind answering this, was there like a personal issue that for yourself that you realized that things need to change for you to realize the motivation that you need for yourself that others in this world also need?
Well, actually, in fact, there was. And I'm a huge proponent of personal development. And believe it or not, you know, this actually started when I was in college, when I was in Atlanta. I was dating this young lady. In fact, the relationship had, went south. It actually ended. And I started questioning not her, but myself. I started saying, Cicone, why is it that in most of the relationships you've been in, it was a woman that ended it? Why is it that it's so hard for you to let go? And you know what I realized? I started to actually look at myself and look at my upbringing, look at my past, look at things that went into making me who I am. And I started to discover something about me. But what I learned is that a lot of people are willing to ask questions of everybody else, but they rarely ask questions of themselves.
Right.
And in order to get the right answers, you have to ask the right questions. And you can question, again, you can question everybody else, but what about you? What about diving in and digging into those things that made you who you are? Now, I will tell you this, it is scary. It's scary. I posted several months ago, the bravest thing you can do is to heal from your hurt. The bravest thing you can do is to heal from your hurt. But that means that it is scary to do that. It's scary to look in your own closet. It's scary to look under your own bed and see those things that need to come out, those things that you need to deal with. And little did I know doing that, I started myself, and it is a journey. It's a process. It's not a one and done, because in fact, the older you get and the more situations you're in, you'll find yourself dealing with different things, different triggers, different things that come up, and it brings something else out that you may not have known was there.
Correct.
But you have to be willing to go through that process if you want to be a better person. I was telling somebody just the other day about the hose. I've actually made an analogy. If you would imagine, in fact, your life like a bucket, and there was a hole in the side of the bucket. Now the hole may be at the bottom, it may be in the middle, it may even be close to the top. No matter where the hole is, whatever you pour in the bucket, once it gets to the hole, what does it do? It runs out. It runs out. So I don't care how big or how tall the bucket is, the capacity of the bucket is limited by where that hole is. Some of us have holes in our childhood. We have holes in our love and in our trust.
That is good.
Some of us have holes in relationships. Some of us have holes in our finances. But if we never plug up the hole, mentally, emotionally, if we never plug those holes up, our capacity is limited to where the hole is.
Wow.
And see, I know that people can live a better life. There's more that they have, but if they never take the time to address their issues, the thing that hurt them, that hole, they'll find themselves living beneath their privilege. And that's one thing I don't want anybody to do. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm not saying that I've made it myself, but I have made it my purpose to actually get better than I was yesterday.
Wow.
Now the competition is me. But I also realized too that I need to, one of my missions, my goals, my calling is to help other people to see that they can do the same.
Wow.
You can actually be better than you are right now. The question is, who you want to be?
Yes.
I'm gonna say this and I'm a hush because as you can tell, I can.
No, this is good. This is good.
Somebody once told me, a good friend of mine, Judy Lang, told me, she said, Cicone, you don't have a gospel of salvation. You have a gospel of self-worth. That was so true. I mean, that summarized exactly what it is, because I believe people really don't understand who they are.
Right.
They really don't understand who they are. That's why, in fact, my slogan is making motivation personal by introducing you to yourself.
Yeah.
Because once you truly know who you are, nothing can stop you.
Wow.
But until you know who you are, anything can.
True.
I'm trying. Yes. This is really good. This is just really, it's just speaking volumes. It's speaking volumes to me. I turned 45 in December, and I think that's when I had my, epiphany. That was my epiphany, like my enlightenment is what I called it, because it's when I woke up to like the inner me, and like you're saying, the self-examination that you have to have. You're going to have it. You really have to have it. You really got to look in the mirror. You got to handle them tough, as you say, the holes, that's in your life, and deal with it. So you can become whole, so you can heal. So like you're saying, you can see your potential and grow, Oh, I'm sorry. Look, this is for the audience, but it's so for me, y'all. Oh my Lord. I hope everyone's enjoying this because I am.
So here's my other question. In regarding then versus now, what have you noticed about the people that has been a drastic change, within the ministry that you are? Because to me, you're doing more than self-worth. This is a delivery experience as well, because you're helping to people to come to realization of the right and wrongs, and not so much as a wrong, but pay attention and to make corrections and to walk the right way. So my question is, like, versus then and now, what have you noticed has been an increase in your ministry?
Well, first of all, is awareness. One, understanding my calling, like what it is I've been given to do. Yes. And then two, realizing that everybody needs this. And I know most marketers will say, okay, well, you need to niche down. And I understand that. But I also understand that there are people that have yet to come to a place to where they see their own value. They're trying to prove stuff to people that are dead and gone.
Right. Oh.
They are living shackled to their past. But if they never realize their own worth, they won't do it. I don't care who you listen to, what book you read, what seminar or coach. If you don't think you're worth it,
come on now,
you're wasting your money and their time.
Yes.
But if you understand your own worth, your own value, that's the person that you can give an opportunity to. You can have somebody the keys to a Jaguar. Right. If they don't think they deserve it, if they don't think they're worth it,
Yeah.
They're going to take care of it. They're not going to use it to its full potential.
Yeah.
And
Totally.
so my goal is to help people to understand their own worth.
Wow.
You know, there's a scripture that says we need to love our neighbor as we love ourselves. And we read over that, we run past that. But if you truly understood the depth of that,
yeah,
a lot of people really have a hard time loving other folks.
They do.
Because they don't love themselves.
Yeah, there you. Yes.
And if you just spend a little time, and I'm not talking about thinking of yourself more highly than you are. I'm not talking about thinking that you're, like the best thing that happened since sliced bread, but understanding your worth, understanding your value, understanding what it is that you've been given.
Yes.
That book, Are You Climbing the Wrong Mountain, came about from a quote by Dr. Miles Monroe.
Oh, I love Dr. Monroe.
And the quote said, "The greatest failure in life is to succeed at the wrong assignment."
Wow. Repeat that, please.
The greatest failure in life is to succeed at the wrong assignment.
Wow.
And when I first heard that quote, the first thing that came to my mind was a picture of somebody standing on top of a mountain saying, "I did it." But at the bottom of the picture, the caption said, "But you're on the wrong mountain."
Oh.
And that's what the title, Are You Climbing the Wrong Mountain? Now, people talk about climbing, in fact, the ladder of success. And if you get to the top and realize you're leaning against the wrong building, you can just move the ladder. Yeah, okay, that's fine. But when you consider a mountain,
right,
the time, energy, and effort it takes to climb a mountain, and you're on the wrong one. But again, there are things you can learn. There's skills you can learn, even climbing the wrong mountain that you take with you.
Right. Totally. Oh, look, I'm kind of speechless because I'm just soaking that in. That's just like, you really got to think about that one. Like you got to let that soak. Just wow.
When I first heard that quote, it did the same thing to me. It moved me. It moved me to the place to where I started looking at myself. And again, I was climbing the wrong mountain. Right. But I realized that I don't care how much of 3D animation service I could do. That wasn't my calling.
Right.
And I realized, even being on that wrong mountain, I saw the right one. I saw where it was I was supposed to be. So I don't care if you're on the wrong one or the right one, keep climbing. Because what you see is going to determine where you go. The top of one mountain is the bottom of another.
Wow.
So don't just stop there.
There's new levels. Lord have mercy.
There is more in you than you're putting out right now. The question is why? Why are you not putting it out? And I know people say, well, Cicone, I don't have the money. I don't have the connections. The only thing standing between you and where it is you want to go is your beliefs. It's your beliefs. Do you believe that you can get there? Do you believe that you can achieve? Because if you believe you can, you'll start the process.
Yes, baby. Go to the library. Look.
And there's so much you can do without money. Yes. And one thing I've learned. Oh my God, how much time we got?
We got time. We have time. Go ahead.
Okay. Without commitment, there's no consistency.
Wow.
Without consistency, there's no success. Without success, there's no legacy.
So
for those
I know, right? I'm like, take them notes. Yes, please.
So for those people that want to leave a legacy, you have to be successful at something. But in order for you to be successful at it, you have to have consistency in it. And before you can be consistent, you have to be committed.
Yes.
So everything starts with your commitment. What are you committed to?
That's good.
Who are you committed to? What idea, what purpose, what calling are you committed to? See, when you find somebody who's consistent, I can tell you sometime, somewhere in the past, they made a commitment.
Wow.
To do whatever it is they're doing.
Yes.
It could be singing, it could be dancing, it could be a diet, it could be schooling, it could be becoming a doctor. They made a commitment. Right. Out of that commitment, they're consistent. They show up day in and day out, come hell or high water, no matter who's watching or who's not. They are consistent in what they're doing. But if they do it enough, if you bake cakes enough, you're going to get better at it. You're going to be successful at it. You're going to learn something. And if you do it, if you're that successful, you're going to become known for it. That's going to be your legacy. And you see examples all the time. Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, they were committed to their crafts.
Right.
They were consistent at what they did. They were successful. And their success over time left them with a legendary status.
Right.
So what's going to be your legacy? That's my question. What are people going to know you for?
Wow.
Get me started. What y'all doing to me? Stop this.
Wow. This is rich. This is good because I'm back
in church. I'm back in church.
I know. I'm about to
This is exactly what we discussed about, stop taking, things for granted. If you've been granted to do certain things and you said you're going to do it, God wants to see that you're doing it because the blessings are already there. We just got to work and show faith that we are able to do it and that we're going to commit to it. If we don't do anything, then nothing manifests. Yeah. Nothing happens. And like he said, I wrote that down. Yeah, I'm going to put that in black right on the wall.
I mean, this is really deep because, like I said, such a time as this, my spirit is just leaping right now because you're right. You have to have that commitment. You have to say, yes, this is what I'm going to do and I'm going to be dedicated to it. And like you're saying, stay consistent. And finding that path, your passion, what you're supposed to be doing, your purpose, in life, it's going to pull you in. It's going to keep talking to you, baby. It's going to
be flawless.
It's going to just draw, it's going to draw you to what that passion's supposed to be. It's something I got some things I got to do today because of this conversation. Lord have mercy.
Yes, because I'm thinking now, like when you're committed, because it starts with that first.
Yes, and
that starts with first, because if you're not committing and you put all this work, then what are you doing it for?
Right.
What's your
point?
I like Brown's comment, Britt. She's saying, yes, despite the distractions, you must stay committed.
And boy, are there some distractions because, this is a nice little conviction. Oh, all right.
So Cicone, how does one, how can I put it? Start.
Like I got you. What are your
how do they know how to do they self-examination? If you know what I'm saying, like how will they know what's their purpose, or what they supposed to do, or they are going up the right mountain? Are there you think there's certain tools, stuff that you could do self, to get it going? You know what I'm saying?
Well, there is a simple test. Whatever you're doing, whatever you do that benefits somebody other than just yourself, something that you would do for free, something that people are glad when you do it, that's a good indication that that's your call.
Wow.
There are some people that when I show up, they'll tune me out. And that's fine. They're not my people.
Right.
But there's some people that when you show up, they'll sit up. Right. They'll listen. They'll take notes. They'll tune in because they realize they can relate to you.
Yes.
When you have people that respond to you, to what it is, and I don't care what it is. It doesn't have to be anything glamorous in front of the cameras that a whole bunch of people know and clap and applaud. But you can see people cutting grass, people that are trimming hedges. It's like, man, did you see that yard?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
But it benefits, it can't just benefit you. It has to benefit somebody else. It has to make the world a better place.
Wow.
People who are blessed by your presence, by your insight, your wisdom, by your caring, by your concern. Those people are looking for you. They are hungry for what you have. Don't leave them starving. And then if you have a problem, even identifying it, okay, here's another quick question. Those people that care about you, and I mean really care about you,
Right.
ask them. Just ask them. Now I will tell you this. They should only confirm what you have on the inside.
Wow.
It's not that they'll tell you something and you're like, I don't see that. I don't believe it. No. If they truly want you to succeed and they truly mean the best for you, they're just going to confirm what you already suspect about yourself. And so it's having those people in your life. It really help to keep you grounded.
Yeah.
They help to encourage you and motivate you when you want to quit. Because it's going to get tough. It's going. You can say you pass failure on the way to success.
Yes.
It's going to get hard. You're going to want to quit. But the reality is, if you're committed, I don't care how many times you fail, you are going to keep going.
Wow. And it's going to change the whole outlook of your life. That's all I.
Definitely.
You mentioned about tests. Where could you find these tests, or are they on your website?
Well, I don't have these on there. Some of these are reserved for my coaching sessions.
Okay.
But I mean, it's in a nutshell. When you look at your life and look at the impact that you've made, and you'll be surprised how many people look up to you.
Right.
Yes.
You'll be surprised how many people are encouraged by you. Now, some of them may not even say anything. In fact, they may not mention it. But you'll be surprised how many people wish they had what you have.
Right.
And I'm not talking about possessions.
Yeah.
I'm talking about character. I'm talking about integrity. I'm talking about caring, wisdom, insight. They wish they had what you have. And so knowing your own value, knowing what gifts you've been given. And I was talking about that quote earlier, the greatest failure in the world is just to succeed at the wrong assignments. That quote begs the question to be answered: who's handing out the assignments?
Wow.
Is the assignment, in fact, the one that we're picking ourselves, and that's why we're failing at it? Or are we allowing God to give us the assignment? Because the assignment He gives us, as we continue in it, we are guaranteed success. But it's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be challenging. You're going to have to work at it. You're going to have to perfect your craft. I don't care how good you are. You may be gifted in the area. You still have to work on your craft. Michael Jackson didn't just stop at the fact that he could sing as a child. He kept working on his craft, learning more, doing more. Michael Jordan, the same thing. So my question to all of us is, are we working on our craft? On the thing that we've been, first of all, have we found what it is? A lot of people haven't found it, and that's when you need to get a coach, somebody like me, to help you do that. But once you found it, then the question is, are you going to work? Are you accountable to putting in the work, to actually making a difference? Are you better than you were yesterday, or last week, last month, last year, 10 years ago? Are you in a better place? Are you a better person? Because you've committed yourself. As the word again, committed to being better. And that shows up in your consistency. I hate that I deleted some of the videos I did when I first started speaking. And this was before I got a coach. They were horrible. I wish I had them today. I wish I had. That's why I deleted them. They were just that bad. But I wish I would have kept them so I could show you this is where I started.
Right.
And this is where I am today.
Right.
But I made a commitment when I started. Zig Ziglar said, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. I made a commitment, and that commitment has led to consistency. On my YouTube channel, I have over 500 videos that I've done since I started this motivational speaking thing.
Oh,
Every week, I put out a video. Every Wednesday, I post a video up. And I mean, I try to come up with new and creative and inventive ways of saying, because most motivational speakers, it's chicken. It's all that. But how do you serve it? Is it barbecued? Is it filleted? Is it smothered? Is it under glass? Is it teriyaki?
Right.
Is it fried? How do you serve it? So I've had to come up with creative ways of saying the same thing, but to make them memorable, so that people can actually take them to heart and know, I can do better. I can be better.
Wow.
So,
wow. So we can't let you leave without telling us, how do you define resilience?
Ooh, how much? Again, how much time we have? I define resilience as being the hammer instead of the nail.
Consistent.
Sit for a second.
Oh no, I got
define resilience as being the hammer
than being no.
instead of being a nail.
Good.
Because most nails, once you hit them, they're in. They're done.
That's it.
Exactly. But the hammer,
Consistent.
it keeps going. It keeps going. Are you resilient? Are you willing to keep going in spite of what happened or didn't happen? In spite of who's clapping or who's not clapping.
Right.
Are you willing to keep going in spite of what you're facing, in spite of what you don't have, in spite of who's not there for you? Are you willing to keep going? That's the question that I want everybody to ask themselves, because that's where that commitment comes in. That's where that commitment comes in. And think about this. Would you live in a house that only had one nail holding everything together?
No.
Oh, Lord.
No. You would not.
That ain't stable.
There's foundation on that one.
You're talking about a house of cards.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Throughout our life, we're going to have little goals along the way. Cool. And those are the nails. The question is, are we hammering them down? Are we completing them? Are we putting in the work? Are we making ourselves better? Are we building a foundation that we can build upon? Are we building a foundation that somebody else can emulate?
Right.
Because people are watching you.
Yeah.
Your children, your nieces, your nephews are watching you. They're seeing what you're doing.
That's
I'm
good.
sharing with your artists. I've said this so many times. I know people get tired of hearing me. But if you heard it before, just grab some popcorn. Okay? During my second conference, Are You Climbing the Wrong Mountain Summit, I was less than a mile from my house at a hotel not far from here. I forgot something. I had to come home and get it. I was thinking, okay, listen, I can only go home one time. I can't go back. Whatever it is I need to make sure I'm getting everything in this one trip.
Right. I
get ready to walk out the door. My 10-year-old son, he's 15 now. He'll be 16 next Sunday. Well, in a couple of weeks. Anyway, he said, Dad, can I ride with you? I said, sure, son, come on. So we're in the car. I'm less than a mile from my house, but I'm trying to get home, get what I need to do, and get back so I can finish my summit. And on the way home, without having a conversation, without being prompted, he looks at me and he says, Dad, I'm proud of you.
Wow.
He said, Dad, I'm proud of you. And at that moment when he said that, I stopped, not driving, but on the inside. I stopped because I realized he's watching me.
That's good.
Why do our children's heroes have to be somebody on the magazine, somebody on the internet, on Instagram, somebody on the movie screen? Why can't our heroes be somebody they sit across the table from every morning or every evening? Why can't our children heroes be us?
They can.
We can tell them you can do whatever you want to do, but then they look at us and we're like, I'm doing the least amount possible. No. No. Now I realized my child was watching.
Wow.
And that helped me to understand the impact. I gave him a model, something he could emulate. He said, I can go after my goals and dreams because I saw my dad do it for himself.
Right.
And see, this is the thing. When our children look at famous people, everything is filtered. Everything has the right lighting, has the right background. It's when it's at the movie premiere. It's when they're on vacation. It's when they're doing the music video. That's what they see.
Yes.
But when they are in the house with you, they see the tears. They see the hurt. They see the struggle. They see the things that you do before you get to that point. Everybody else can applaud and clap and celebrate your win, but they see the practice. And Dr. West, my speaker coach, he said, make the practice harder than the game.
Wow.
Because if you do that, then the game is going to be a walk in the park because you make the practice hard. When you put in the work, you don't have a problem standing up in front of people telling them. You don't have a problem with conviction telling somebody you can do this as well. When you put in the work, but you have to set the example. You can't just say, do what I say and not what I do. No. If you're going to make a difference for those that are watching you, you got to put in the work. You got to be resistant. You got to be the hammer that keeps nailing all of your goals.
Yes.
So yeah, my definition of resistance is being a hammer, not the nail.
Wow. That's good. That is good. Wow. This was so rich. This was I'm actually going to go back and watch this myself and retake my notes because this was a lesson today. This was really a lesson. Self-examination.
Yes.
Discovering your purpose, knowing your worth.
Yes.
So you can live and have potential in this world, because one person's piece of happiness is not your piece of happiness.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yet you two matter. You can do this. You can achieve really what you put your mind to, as you're saying, being consistent.
And please do not let someone else's light shine to exude or expose your insecurities. They are who they are for what purpose they serve, just like you are for who you are for what purpose you serve.
And Britt, that might need to happen for some folks, though. I'm just saying. That might need to happen so they can see it.
Where you know that you're capable, but you draw into darkness because their light is shining. Your light can shine just as bright. It doesn't make them less or make them above. It doesn't make you less nor above. But now, that being said, what you're stating, when you are connected to somebody and they're on that righteous spiritual wall, yes, you will be exposed because you are attached to the anointing. So you will be exposed.
So final words, Cicone. Final words, sir.
Okay, well, two things. One, I'm actually working on my 6th book. I am so excited, and I'm telling you, this one here is going to be a game changer. And I know I say that about all my books, but I'm serious about this one. This is going to be a game changer because it's entitled Heal, Help, Elevate, and Learn. And it's a guide for healing your inner child.
Wow.
And if you actually go to ciconeprince.com/heal, you can find out more about the book and you can pre-order. And if you pre-order now, you're going to get an audio version when that comes out as well. I am so excited because this book,
wow,
I think it's really going to help a lot of people. It's already helping me, and I'm the one writing it, but I thank God for me being a vessel for that.
Yeah.
The next thing is that at the end of this month, at the end of April in Dallas, Texas, I'm going to be a part of a Glow immersive experience in Dallas.
Yes.
Glow stands for giving leadership opportunities to women. And I know somebody's like, okay, Cicone, you're a man, why are you at this event? Glow is not just for women, it's for men. Notice it says giving leadership opportunities to women. That's what Glow stands for. So men can give leadership opportunities as well. And so I'm super excited to be a part of this amazing event. In fact, we're going to have some incredible speakers. Dr. LaDonya Vet is the host of this event, and it's going to be amazing. Nico Crouch is going to be her co-host as far as the MC, and our keynote speaker is none other than Nikki Shepherd. I'm telling you, you definitely want to check out. You can follow her on Instagram. But to find out more about the event, you can go to iwinglobalenterprises.com/Glow Dallas. Okay? iwinglobalenterprises.com/Glow Dallas. You want to be at this event. It's a brunch and glow. It's going to be held on April 30th. It's a Sunday, but you want to be in a place because I'm telling you, so much has been put into making this thing an amazing event that's going to really, truly change the lives of those who come there, because all of us can use some encouragement to help somebody else glow. Speaking of which, and I guess this is my final word.
It's
okay.
Good.
I had a chance to MC the first GlowCon back in Phoenix in October of last year.
Yes.
And my closing statement, in fact, was this: are you healed enough to help celebrate somebody else and help them glow?
That's good.
Are you healed enough? I didn't
That's
say
good.
you were 100% complete, but are you healed enough to help celebrate somebody else and help them glow? Because
Yeah.
that's what superheroes do. They put aside their own issues to help somebody else. And that's what we want everybody to come, and you want them to learn their level of glow, their ability to make an impact and a difference in somebody else's life, and especially women.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I am so excited, in fact, to be a part of this event. I'm so excited, in fact, to be there. So I want everybody who's listening and who's tuned into this, meet us in Dallas, Texas.
Yes.
April 30th. You can go to the website, get your tickets, and you need to get them quick, because we literally have limited seating, and they are going fast. So get your tickets today. It's going to be an amazing event. You want to be there. I want to see you there, because I want to see the impact that you get from just being in the place, from realizing that you have more in you that you can get out into the world. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, those are my closing words.
Wow. And resilience will be in the house, y'all, in Dallas, Texas. It is going to be a phenomenal event. I do say get those tickets and hold your seat for October. We'll be doing it bigger.
Yes. GlowCon 2023.
Yes.
That's going to be monster there. That's definitely
OMG. This was really awesome.
A lot of pearls been thrown out there, so I hope you guys are paying attention.
I'm trying to tell you.
Ooh.
Oh, well, Cicone, thank you again. Oh, for gracing our platform. This was rich. This was so full of sister. Let me tell you. Man, this is giving me a lot of confirmation for me. Some things I need to move on.
Very much.
Yes, but we thank you again, guys. CiconePrince.com/heal. Y'all get there, get that new book. I sure am. I have a few of his I need to add to my collection and start reading because this is needed. Is needed. Okay, it's not a want, it's needed. It is needed. But thank you for joining us, family, our resilience family. And as we always say, stay well, stay safe, be blessed, and always, always, always stay resilient. We love you guys. Until next time.